Hey, this is Monique Connor, and I am so excited to be here today to share with you something amazing. I'm literally going to share with you something that I wish I had 3 years ago when I decided I was going to go into a career as a coach. You know, it wasn't too long ago where I was in a job that I was really good at, but I was stuck because I wanted so much more for my life. And I discovered coaching as a way to utilize my gifts and talents and my strengths, and also a way for me to feel incredibly fulfilled because that's exactly what I was looking for. But it hasn't been the smoothest road. I'm used to being someone that can pretty much know what to expect, and I've been trained so much, and I know if I do this, this will be the outcome. And so, coaching has been something where I've literally had to grow and gain new muscles. And one of the things that used to really challenge me as a coach in developing my business in this way was constantly taking the right action. In other words, I invested in myself, I had the training, I knew what it would take to build a business around coaching. But at the same time, what was frustrating for me was not being able to be consistent. Can you relate? You know, I discovered a tool not too long ago, and it has literally changed my life. And I'm continuing to live in the changes that came as a result of me taking advantage of this. It's called energy editing. And for those of you that may not be aware of it, really it comes from the School of Kinesiology, and it's around muscle testing and really doing a deep dive into what's going on with you on an energetic level, or on a more subconscious level. And so, without getting too detailed and too deep into the science behind it, I'm here to tell you that I was able to get a hold of a tool in which I'm able to go through a series of questions, because of the questions, know how I'm showing up in terms of how I'm running my business, and be able to identify specific blocks around how I'm showing up in my business. So it really doesn't include muscle testing. However, the way you clear it would be the exact same way. So I'm thrilled to offer this now because what has happened to me as a result of going through this process, very simple, very easy process, it has literally changed how I am showing up in my business. And so I want to make that available to you. Some of the benefits that I have seen is definitely more clarity. So used to be quite vague around who I was going to work with and quite non-committed, but not non-committed from a standpoint of not wanting to do it, but non-committed from a standpoint that I would question every decision that I made. So I'd be in this valley of indecision. And if you read Think and Grow Rich, you know that that is straight up something that's not going to allow you to progress. And so I was upset that I was in this valley of indecision, yet I could not come out of it. And so the root of me being in this way was some serious beliefs that I wasn't aware of. So they're your common beliefs, right? They're the ones that we all know about who decide to go into business and helping other people. They're the ones that say something like, you're not good enough, or something like, I need more education, or something, something that questions, your authenticity in the marketplace. So I'm not talking about those. We've learned we can journal, but I had gotten to a point where I had journaled and I had read wealth consciousness books and I had done different things that I knew to prepare me for this and grow me as a person. And yet still I wasn't able to show up consistently in my business. I wasn't able to show up in my groups. I wasn't able to show up in my marketing, and it was quite frustrating. And so the tools I have learned was I had learned how I was showing up, and I have been able to clear that. So as a result, let me get to the result. So as a result of clearing that, not only have I shown up, but I have shown up consistently, and I have created content for all of my social media for over the next month. And I did it with ease. I did it in flow, just in the way I believed a business can be built. I have also been able to write a children's book, again, with ease. I didn't have angst, but it was something that was deep inside of me. But because those blocks are gone energetically out of my system, I'm able to flow more freely. And also, I noticed that I don't require quite as much sleep, and I'm so much more rested when I wake up. So, this is huge, folks. And see, the thing about it is, we are not one dimensional. We're multidimensional. And so we've got our physical being, but we've got our spiritual being. We've also got our energetic being. And if any of those are out of alignment, or if any of those have what we call blocks, then it makes it harder for us to move forward and serve at the level that we want to serve at. And so what I've done is I've put together a beautiful offer in which I am able to look at your business to help you move forward. So now here, this is ideal for you if you are an ambitious woman, if you have a business, or you are thinking about a business and some kind of money making activity, or maybe you're in a 9 to 5 professional type job, and you have a side hustle and you want to move it more into a full-time income, but you haven't been able to take the steps to do so. It's also for the woman who's in her business full-time, knows that she can make more, but hasn't quite been able to make more. She continuously gets stuck. So some of the benefits of some of the work that I do is you get to have more confidence. By being able to move through these blocks, you have more confidence because you're showing up regularly and you're clear about what it is that you're offering. That was another thing that I was kind of vague about, was what is my service going to be? I know that I'm talented. I know that I have gifts, and I know that I have a vast amount of experience. I know that I have had my own consulting business. I have worked professionally as a manager. I have managed sales teams. And so I'm very intimate with this. But the thing about it is, why wasn't I showing up? So you get confidence because you're able to show up more consistently. You can also finally break old behaviors that have been keeping you small. You see, these blocks are like a fog to your being, to who you are at your core. And so with this fog over you, you're unable to show up as strongly and as beautifully as you'd like to and as you can. And so by eliminating these blocks, we're able to move forward. So you also can become clear on who you are serving. You can be clear on what it is that you want to do. And you can also be super uber productive. So now here's my offer. My offer is we would get together for 3 hours. We would go over the four main areas in your business, what I like to call your purpose, your level of productivity, and then also your marketing, and then finally how you get paid. So your purpose, well, your productivity, or another term I like to use is your person, making sure you know who you're talking to, your marketing, and you getting paid. So PPMP. And the reason why I designed it this way is because I know these are the 4 core areas that we can take a look at. And so the 3 hours would be the container that we'd use to look at each of them. Now, we couldn't go in depth into each of them, but what we can do is I could learn the dialogue and the narrative behind each of them to help you identify your block. The other thing that we do during those 3 hours is we'd actually take a quiz so I can know how you typically accumulate your money. It's called your wealth accumulation profile. And then I'd also be able to identify common blocks around common areas in our life, like how you handle loneliness, how you handle being around your family, how you handle becoming a bigger version of you, and the blocks that could be potentially hindering you. So there are several of these themes or these areas that we take a look at. But ultimately, I would identify the blocks. We'd identify up to 4 of those blocks, and then I'd show you how to clear them energetically. And then I would also gift you with potentially 4 more so that you can work on those on your own. So it's a beautiful offer, and it's a chance for us to have 3 hours together, one-on-one, you and me, eyeballs on your business, your life, what you're doing, and what's keeping you from reaching the goal that you and I both know that you were created to reach. All right, so there's more details down below, but I just wanted to give you this quick video so you can go ahead and take advantage of this amazing offer. I'm so excited to bring this to you. Don't let this time go by where you're not able to move forward. Give yourself the gift of high-level clarity and confidence to make the impact that you're here to make. God bless you, and I will see you when we get together. Make it a fantastic day. Bye-bye.